From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Jacob deGrom gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, he's having a very nice season so far. He's got an ERA in the low 3s. And hopefully he can continue that here in this one. Give his ball club a chance to win.
Ben Revere heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, Ben Revere.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. EK, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball, 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. This is pulled into right, but this will hang up a bit too long as it's taken in chest high for the first out.
Hey!
And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
You know, guys, for me, this team does such a great job in 2-strike counts when they put the ball in play. They're in the bottom third in the league in strikeouts, so you know they're going to hit it. Continue to put the ball in play, and that'll give them an excellent chance to win.
Into the windup and the pitch. Daniel Murphy is at the plate as he takes a called strike one. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up. So we'll see how that impacts this game.
Bryce Harper will stride forward, currently sitting in 6th place in the race for the National League hitting crown.
And he's also right up there amongst the leaders in home runs and RBIs. Just a ridiculous season he's having. Maybe an outside shot at the Triple Crown.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
That evens it up 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Ready on 1 and 2. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nationals gone in order. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Max Scherzer pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he won his 9th game of the season, so he's going for double digits here in this one.
Curtis Granderson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Mets, right fielder, Curtis Granderson.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Ramos is in his tracks now. A quick out number one. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. But right now, he's among the National League leaders in home runs, so he's had the power stroke working all year. He'll definitely be a guy that the opposition will be very aware of when his spot in the order is coming around.
Asdrubal Cabrera is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Eric, these Nationals as they enter play here tonight, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
Scherzer's ready, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Line drive to center field, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the first. Now you've got the 3, 4, 5 guys coming up. Let's see if they can turn this into the first run of the ball game.
Juan Lagares takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, and you know, this is a spot where you just have to make them bring the ball down. It's very difficult to do anything positive when it's up that high.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Now a throw over, and the runner back. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best all-around players in the game in Bryce Harper. What he does defensively, he's got great speed, got an absolute cannon for an arm, and he's very aggressive, has not met a wall that he doesn't want to run through.
First things first, here's a throw over. And a dive, but he's back. Yoenis Cespedes is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
That's a dangerous but well-placed pitch there. Most power hitters are tempted by pitches up in the zone, but that one was so far enough up that he wouldn't have been able to do much with it.
1-0 count. Here it is. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
2 times here they've gone away. Both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
A runner on first with 2 away. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Here's the 2-1. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
Well, this is a dangerous count here. You don't want to give in, but you sure don't want to walk him.
2 out with the man at first. Hit the other way out toward right field. Harper is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Mets strand 1. After 1, no score. And Zimmerman will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Well, Matt, I think Dixon has sometimes been thought of as a hitter's umpire. The book on him is that he can be a little bit tight on the edges of the strike zone. We'll see if that's the case.
Push to the right side, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Anthony Rendon will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
0-1.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Standing in now, Clint Robinson. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Now the 0-1. To short, hit hard. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Neil Walker will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come.
Second baseman, Neil Walker.
Scherzer into the windup. Here's the first pitch. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. One and 2, here it comes. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Revere moves over, makes the play, 1 away.
Batting sixth, first baseman, Lucas Duda.
Lucas Duda will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Smoke on the ground up the middle. Espinosa's there on to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now, 2 away.
Batting seventh, catcher, Kevin Plawecki.
Kevin Plawecki will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, his numbers have been kind of ugly for the entire season, but guess what? Over his last 10 games, he's hitting over 400.
And he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty.
Yeah, sort of a pesky at-bat up there. You know he'd just love to fire one more fastball by this guy and be done with this inning.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Hot shot on the ground to short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. We'll move to the third with no score. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian here as it's Wilson Ramos that gets set to lead off the Nationals half of the inning. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Boy, tough slider right there. Had him leaning back. I don't think he could have done anything with that pitch, even if he did swing at it.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. High and deep to straightaway right. Granderson going back to the track. A leap at the wall by Granderson, but it's out of reach. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year. As the Nationals strike first, it's 1-0.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, well, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Danny Espinosa will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. First offering on its way. And that swung on and missed for strike one.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Nope.
Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
Base is empty here with nobody out. Oh, don't know how you lay off that one, but he did, and it's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now here's another one. Again, belted to deep right. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Nationals move out in front here 2-0.
Well, and now that's the second home run that he's allowed here in just 2+ innings of work, and no question they've had his number here in the early going, and now they stretch the lead out even further.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 31.
Stepping in now, Max Scherzer. Pulls this one in the air out to left. On the move is Lagares. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning.
And after the previous 2 balls left the ballpark, once this ball left the bat, he was probably thinking, oh, not again. But luckily for him, this one stays in the yard.
Ben Revere will try it once more. He lined out to start the ball game. Swinging a hard on the line in right. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Well, pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. Duda ranging into shallow right. 2 down.
Yeah, very tough to get on top of a fastball at 96. Even if
has to be thinking strikeout here. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Nationals 2 and the Mets nothing. DeGrom digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher, Jacob DeGrom.
Scherzer looks in. First pitch on its way. Drilled to first. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Batting ninth.
So with 1 gone, a reminder that New York Mets baseball continues all season long here on MLB The Show, as you take a look there at where the 3 of us will be in the week ahead. Wilmer Flores will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. 2-0 now. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
Ready with the 3-0 pitch. Swinging on 3-0. Now 3 balls and a strike. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Revere. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
And sometimes when you're just getting rolling here in a ball game, you've got a 3-ball count. Hey, go ahead and lay one in there. Make him prove to you that he can beat you. This winds up a pretty routine fly ball.
Curtis Granderson will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses inside. 1-0. I had him lunging there as he's just able to tap it foul at home plate. 2 out, nobody on. Squared that one up just a little late. Hard liner toward short, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So he's aboard here on the 2-out single, but overall this is one of the weaker offensive ball clubs around, at least in terms of team batting average.
And that pretty much tells the story, guys. Near the bottom of the NL. So needless to say, opposing pitchers have been loving the returns when facing off against these guys.
As Drupal Cabrera will dig in. He singled his first time around. He's set, and the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Scherzer will check it first, and the runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And now a swing and a miss by Cabrera as he falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes.
This is the trouble when you're facing a guy like this. You get into a hole, and now you don't know what to look for. He's got 4 pitches he could turn to here.
A runner on first with 2 away. Now a throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Here it comes on 0-2. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. cruising on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Mets leave one. They trail it here 2-0. Ryan Zimmerman is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit hard to short. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. So with the leadoff man aboard, we take a trip into the recent past here as we call on our graphic for today's edition of This Date in Baseball History. Anthony Rendon is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, strikeout last time, and it's been a tough series for him so far. Let's see if we can make a little bit of an adjustment here in this at-bat.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
This fourth inning's not starting out any better than the third did.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. He's running towards second. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline to Cabrera for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
Into the box, Clint Robinson. Hit hard back up the middle. A step on the bag for 1. Back to Duda. A double play, and the inning is over. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Nationals on top, 2-0. Leading off the inning, Juan Lagares. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Look out, 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Scherzer gets the sign. Here it comes. Grounded to short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Neil Walker.
In now, Neil Walker. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And now he's hitting left-handed where he's a lot more comfortable over his career. He tends to make better contact from the left side, so I think he's happy to be over there.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first-pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk here would at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, this guy has some pop.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High in the air and deep to left center field. Revere going back, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Lucas Duda will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Well, for Walker, that's now 10 doubles for him on the season. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You've got options here, so you don't need to go after this guy if you don't want to.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Lifted the other way out to left center. And that'll get down for a base hit. Walker will take the turn and head for the plate. And the run is in to score from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Back-to-back doubles here, and maybe more damaging, back-to-back 2-out doubles are going to get him a run. It looked like this inning was under control, but that's the kind of quick strike ability that these guys have.
In now, Kevin Plawecki. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect.
turned out to be a good take.
Full count, 3-2.
Boy, nothing's really come easy for him so far on the mound. He's had to work for everything, and now he's got to deal with another full count.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Jacob deGrom gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
That's too high. 1-2.
count 1-2.
He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across to score. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Wilson Ramos heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
For the Nationals, the catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Skied into straightaway right. And there to take it in is Granderson for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 8, shortstop.
Standing in, Danny Espinosa, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Here comes the first pitch. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Line toward right center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. You had to go after him. But when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. You know, that's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
The pitcher, Max Scherzer, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. On to first, and there were 2 down.
You know, in this situation, some people may say, with 1 out, why not just let him swing away? You know why you don't let him swing away? Because he's a pitcher, that's why. All you can hope for is for him to go up there and make a productive out, and that's what he did.
Ben Revere steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Again, he sends it out of play. Here it comes, 0-2. Another one sent foul. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. How about this for an at-bat?
Best we've seen tonight, no question.
Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. He spoils another one, and we'll do it again. Full count, here it comes. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. This is indeed a battle. The 11th pitch coming up. Hot shot to third. Flores has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left for Washington. They still lead it 2-1. Wilmer Flores puts things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just misses for ball 1. To short, hit hard. Espinosa's up with it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The right fielder, number 3, Curtis Granderson.
So 1 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Curtis Granderson. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
You could see him just basically jumping at that first pitch. He pulls it into right field for a solid base hit.
Asdrubal Cabrera will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Scherzer will check it first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Scherzer comes set. Here's the first pitch. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with 1 away.
Juan Lagares will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around, and that's a good job to start this guy with strike one.
Trying to hold the lead. And the fastball is off his glove, and it gets away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
Yeah, you can see this pitch is on the outside part of the plate, and it almost looked like a situation where he couldn't decide whether to catch it normally or maybe try to backhand this thing. And it kicks right off the end of his glove, and you can see it gets away.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Lagares is retired, 2 down now.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike 3, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes, as Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1.
And that's the mark of a really good pitcher here. They get just a little bit tougher to hit when they get runners in scoring position.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Revere is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 2 left for the Mets. They still trail it here, 2-1. Daniel Murphy will start things off here for Washington with Bryce Harper on deck due to hit second.
Daniel Murphy.
Hit hard up the middle. And that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Count 0-2.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
That's one of his best pitches tonight.
And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Third baseman, number 6, Anthony.
Yeah,
Rendon.
that's the thing about a two-seam fastball. It'll really bear in tight. Show motion will give you a good look at what this will do to the bat. It just explodes on impact.
Anthony Rendon stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Fouled back. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Nationals leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Neil Walker gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Sent on the ground out to second. Murphy has it, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
And here's a look now at his pitches by inning so far. You can see he had troubles back in the 4th, but other than that, he's been around what you'd expect.
Lucas Duda stands in, looking to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Ball 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Got a piece. It's 2-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Drilled on the ground is short. Espinoza fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Into the box, Kevin Plawecki. He drew a walk his first time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Now a swing and a fly ball. Harper sprinting after it. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. Our score remains 2-1. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Nationals on top in this one as we get ready for the 7th, but first let's check out the game summary to see how we got here. Clint Robinson will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
And here's a ball hit in the air, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. On his way to pitch number 75. He pulls this one into right, and there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cages, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Wilson Ramos will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch of the at-bat. In there for strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, here's another look at this on show track. And actually, this pitch might not even show up on the graphic. That's how far away from the plate it was. And this will let that base runner take a nice little stroll up to second base.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Danny Espinoza will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet, so this is no small task.
First pitch on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
0-2, you got to shorten up. Find some way at least to put the ball in play. You can't afford a strikeout here with an important run out there at second base.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. This is skied into short left center. Calling for it, Lagares. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The batter, pitcher, Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer gets a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone.
Well, you know, some pitchers flat out just don't like to go up there and swing it, and I get it. Most of them can't hit at all. But, hey, this is an opportunity right here to help your own cause.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball in there for a called strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1 left for Washington. They lead it 2-1. Jacob DeGrom by himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Jay Bruce will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 36.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And another foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, let's take a look at this check swing here in show motion. From this speed, it almost always looks like the guy goes around. Here, well, it looked like a good call down there at third base. I think that bat did break the plane, and that is a strike.
Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Zimmerman will have room there as he puts it away in front of the dugout for out number 2.
That's telling of how they've swung the bats. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Into the box now, Curtis Granderson. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does not. It's thrown away.
You talk about a throw eating a guy up at first. Look at how he lets this ball play him. Instead of going out to get the ball, he lets it get too deep. And at that point, it's hard to get those hands into a high enough position, and he can't make the play.
Now the National skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And the hook's coming with him, as that'll be all for Max Scherzer. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now, the right-hander Yusmeiro Petit.
Yusmeiro Petit.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Into the seats, 0-1. And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
I got the count 0-2.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. And now the runners will get a head start here with 2 away.
And that's an important factor, too, because that's the tying run over there at first base, so he's likely scoring on an extra base hit.
Popped up. Espinoza calls for it. Oh, he botched it. Here comes Granderson around third. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. So striding in, Juan Lagares, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. That's inside. 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Here he comes on 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
And that's over. 3-1.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. High and deep to right center. Revere racing back. And the tying run is in to score from third. The run scores from second. It's a 3-2 ball game. And he is into second base with a 2-run double.
The center fielder, number 52.
One of the last things that you should think about as a hitter in that situation is trying to be the hero. Just do your job, and that's exactly what he did. Gets the base hit, 2 runs will score, the tying run and the leading run, and they got a chance to add some more to this lead with him standing on second base, and he is fired up.
Yoenis Cespedes will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Way outside. 1-2. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on just 1 lone hit, 2 costly errors, and 1 man left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the Mets 3 and the Nationals 2. Jerry Blevins will be summoned from the bullpen now, so he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Jerry Blevins.
Leading off the inning, Ben Revere, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Gets a small piece near the plate. He's got to hurry. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
You know, this guy's been a savior out of the bullpen for this team so far this season. His ERA is under 2 coming into play, and he gets the first man to greet him right here.
Daniel Murphy steps in, got a base hit in his last at-bat.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Hit hard back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Yeah, and plenty of hits here so far, but not a lot to show for it in the run column. Maybe this can help turn that around as they get a man on here with just 1 away.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Bryce Harper will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Cut fastball taken for strike one.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Low and away with that one. It's 1-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is Cespedes. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And both starters have been in form. 3-2 our score as we give you a look at the starter comparison for these 2 opposing pitchers. So a big moment here, and standing in, Ryan Zimmerman. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Comes set with the 0-1. Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Pittsburgh area native Neil Walker will kick things off when we return. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Mets 3 and the Nationals 2. Trevor Gott is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
26, Trevor Gott.
Stephen Drew will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Stephen Drew.
And here comes Neil Walker now. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Robinson has it in his sights, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 21, Lucas Duda.
Lucas Duda gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And now a pitch on the way. Out in front of it, strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Shot back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
Stepping in now, Kevin Plawecki, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
The 0-1 on its way. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
As you can see right here, his timing just seems to be off a little bit at the plate right now. And you know what? That can happen during the course of the season. You're not always going to have your good swing. And he's the kind of guy that's got a lot of moving parts in that swing. So maybe he's at the point now in the season where he might need just a little time off so he can get back to the basics.
Michael Conforto will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 30, Michael Conforto.
Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Mets strand one. They're up 3-2. Now, beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing as we welcome you back for the 9th. Jerry Familia is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 27, Jerry Familia.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Ryan Zimmerman, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball one. Maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball two now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Line toward the gap in left center. And not the start they were hoping for as the leadoff man is kept off base to start the 9th.
With him in there trying to preserve a one-run lead, the first thing he wants to do, don't let that leadoff hitter get on base to start the inning. That's a nice way to approach things. Now he's just 2 outs away from wrapping this one up.
Anthony Rendon stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
1 out, nobody on. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1 and 2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Into the box, Clint Robinson. As he'll take a look at the strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think you'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Tap fouled at home plate. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him. And the Mets have taken the first 3 games in this 4-game set. They'll look to sweep tomorrow as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And this is what you want out of your starter. He gives him 7 strong innings, sets things up perfectly for his bullpen to get the final 6 outs. He's going to walk away with a victory. Good job.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Mets come out on top 3-2. Good night from Flushing.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious New York Mets. 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Nationals, 2 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jacob deGrom. His record is now 9-2. The loss goes to Yusmeiro Petit. He falls to 3-6. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 51 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Citi Field, 45,000. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.